Hello, President of Future. You spent the day today at the AMC Best Picture Showcase. That we'll talk about the Oscar-nominated movies later on. Not today, but when you spend a whole day watching movies, it's kind of difficult to, get out of it and back into the real world. That's not true, but it leads to a convenient segue. Sometimes I think about what genre life would be if it were a movie or a TV show, and I think we have this idea that life is more bland than it actually is. Because I've noticed that oftentimes in movies, when there's an attempt to make it seem kind of down to earth, and real, like it's the blandness of reality, what'll happen is the movie will be put in black and white. And of course, black and white can be a good stylistic choice, but when it's used to just kind of tone stuff down, bring it back to reality, it always seems a little weird to me, because here's the thing, real life, not in black and white. Real life is in color. So when we have this idea that reality is kind of desaturated, it's like we're viewing the world as more bland than it actually is. I've arrived at the conclusion that if life were a movie, it would primarily be a comedy, because I think what makes comedy is contradiction and lack of logic, and like the realization that there's a whole bunch of stuff in this world that there's no real reason for it to be here. It's just really strange and bizarre, and that could be a good thing. It could be a wonderful thing that is like really upbeat and happy, like Parks and Rec. But of course, it can also be like cynical and dark comedy. There can be a lot of pain and suffering and general misery. Happy Valentine's Day. I can't really pin down like a specific subcategory of comedy that I think life would be, because I think it would just kind of be comedy generally. It's all of a comedy. Sometimes it becomes more of a dramedy. You could also make a pretty good argument for the genre of the real world being closest to, documentary. But that is not as fun. So I am not doing that. It is Valentine's Day, so if you're in a relationship, you can enjoy that. If you're not in a relationship, you can enjoy that too, because you're great and your own person, and just give yourself a hug. I answered your Valentine's Day questions, link below. I answered them really well. I gave really good advice, and I'm very qualified to be giving that advice, and it's basically genius, and you should follow all of it 100% of the time. Should I have a sign-off? Nah.